everybody, and welcome to Cleverly Named Games. My name is PJ, and I am here to review The Technomancer from Focus Home Interactive and the Spiders Studio. It's an action adventure RPG. It's got the world has a real Mass Effect feel to it. The way, like the art style and everything like that, and the way it feels. It's not as good as Mass Effect, but that's how the world feels. Basically, you're an up and coming technomancer. You're just initiated, basically as an officer into the Technomancers, and that's where the story breaks off. And you start going around and doing missions and all that type of stuff. And there are three separate types of combat. Well, not combat, but three different types of three different stances for your combat. Basically, you have a staff, which is your man. I just blanked on it because it's not Guardian. Because Guardian is there's Guardian, Rogue, and Technomancer. But your Technomancer abilities carry across all three different fighting styles. So basically, you can change on the fly with like right bumper and then X, Y, and B, depending on which one you want to select. And they're all very, very different. Like the staff is a lot more area of effect type fighting, so you're going to do a lot more damage to multiple enemies at the same time. And then your rogue, you fight with a dagger and a gun, and you're a lot more fast, so you're rolling around all over the place and stabbing people and shooting them with the gun with your little pistol that you have. And then you have the other style, which is a shield and a mace, and that's kind of your more heavy duty parrying type of combat. And the combat is, I don't think it's as much based like a Dark Souls, but it does seem at least a little bit influenced by like animation based combat. So like if you keep pressing a button, like your attacks and stuff are gonna build up, and there are interruptions and everything like that in the combat, and that's how you kind of build out your skill trees and stuff like that and upgrade your weapons. You can make them so they have a lot more chance to disrupt the enemy's attack, so they don't actually get to finish their attack, which is really, really helpful in this game. The story is the main part of the story I like. Now, a lot of the side quests and your side content, the dialogue and the VO is really corny. But for the most part, it's pretty solid. There's some things that kind of don't really line up with the world or make sense, and like characters will just kind of go off on each other 1 minute and then be okay with each other the next, and it just kind of takes you out of the world a little bit because it doesn't seem like it quite fits right. And then the graphics, it is, like I said, it is a very pretty game, but it's got a very Mass Effect, dirty, grungy feel to the world. Because you're based on Mars. That's where you're at, but it's got some very nice. I don't know if I'd say set pieces, but I would say views and vista views in the game when you go into areas and stuff like that. See the combat and the story. Sorry, this is my first video review, so I'm trying to get my flow down. But yeah, overall, I really, really enjoyed the game. Like I said, there was I'm obviously played before release, and I think there's still some more patches to come. If you happen to have followed me on Xbox, you may have seen a video clip that accidentally got automatically uploaded. It was a short cutscene clip where he was talking and the person he was talking to never actually came into the scene. Like they were talking, but you couldn't see their body, and it was just invisible. And there was kind of a whole bunch of stuff like that where like the camera just didn't set up right for the cutscene, or characters just never popped in or showed up for the cutscene. But as far as the gameplay goes, I didn't really have any bugs. There was a couple little, not many, but there was a couple where you got a lot of enemies on screen and stuff like that, and you got a little bit of a frame rate hit, but nothing too buggy. And then when you're like, if you do certain attacks just right, it'll kind of go into slow motion for a second. And for a second, I thought the frame rate was messing up. But then I realized it was only when I did certain timed attacks it would kind of go into a slow motion, like almost like a counter type move, or a critical dodge is what it's called in the menus. But overall, like I said, I really enjoyed the game. The combat is fun and very varied. You shouldn't say very varied, but it is extremely varied between the three fighting styles. I mostly went with, I like being fast. I don't have the patience to block and counter and all that type of stuff. So I like to just be able to roll out of the way and be super fast and moving around the battlefield really fast. So I mostly stuck with the rogue battle style, and then upgraded my Technomancer skill tree all the way. So all my Technomancer powers were pretty much to the max. Which was a lot of fun. And yeah, so I mean, for me, I personally would recommend it. I think it's coming out for $59.99. It'll be released. It'll be available when this goes live. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and please comment, like, and subscribe this video. And we'll have some more. I got some other stuff in the works. I'm trying to stream Hard Reset Redux right now. It's like a first-person shooter. I think it's like an old school game. Almost feels like a Doom or a Quake type game. I just got the Magic Circle, which is like Magic Circle is really weird. Basically, you're a character in a first-person adventure game, and the game's not actually complete. So you have to go through the world and manipulate the actual game in order to, I think, solve like puzzles and stuff like that. I haven't gotten into it yet. I just got the code, so I haven't had a chance to dive into that. But I'll probably stream some of that, and I might do a video review of that also. As always, check out our podcast on our website, cleverlynamedgames.com. We're available in everything: iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, pretty much everything, TuneIn Radio, almost everything you can think of, with the exception of Spotify and SoundCloud. Those are about the only two services that I know of that I'm not on. But yeah, so thanks for hanging out. Please click subscribe, follow, all that wonderful stuff, and have a good day.